Amid a surge of migrants at the southern border, New York City Mayor Adams is making one thing clear. There's no room for them in the Big Apple. Adams is kicking off a three-country trip to Mexico, Ecuador, and Colombia, all to discourage asylum seekers from trekking to New York City, where shelters and hotels are absolutely inundated with arrivals. Joining us live now is national correspondent John Moan on the ground in Eagle Pass, Texas, a popular crossing spot for migrants. John, why is Mayor Adams making this trip now?
I mean, he's been very vocal about his concerns, vocal about what he can and cannot do as the mayor of New York City and the financial toll, the influx of migrants, the rise in volume of people crossing between ports of entry and the Rio Grande is certainly raising tensions to a boiling point in the United States, as Republicans accuse President Joe Biden of not doing enough to control the flow of refugees. Mayor Adams is among several Democrats also angered by the financial squeeze of taking care of the migrants, and also upset by a busing program created by Texas Governor Greg Abbott, shuttling migrants out of the Lone Star State and into states led by Democrats. Mayor Adams warning his city is at capacity. Nearly 120,000 migrants have sought refuge in New York City so far this year. Mayor Adams saying hundreds more are arriving each day, potentially costing the city $12 billion to rent hotels, build new shelters, and provide government services. Before leaving on his trip, Mayor Adams telling reporters his message to the migrants is there are no five-star hotels waiting for them in New York City. There's no guarantee of work, but he also laid some of the blame on Texas Governor Greg Abbott for the problems.
Governor Abbott primed the pump, and that pump is now flowing freely from all over the globe. West Africa, Eastern European countries, South and Central America. The flow has increased and intensified.
Christian, Texas has spent billions of dollars on its own effort for border security, and that's included busing migrants out of small towns like here in Eagle Pass that have become big crossing points. You can see here there are some people attempting to cross the Rio Grande right now. They do have to make their way through that concertina wire at points. If they're in distress, they are let in. They are allowed to declare asylum, at least get processing. The biggest issue here, though, for the city of Eagle Pass are the stress points that the big militarization, the buildup here from federal and state authorities, the footprint that leaves, as well as a drain on local services when local firefighters and sheriff's deputies, as well as police officers, are called in on calls to help the response here as well. Let's have a listen to the mayor of Eagle Pass, Rolando Salinas, about his concerns.
We have yet to hear an official statement by the president or the vice president at least acknowledging that this situation exists. I understand that it doesn't just take him to change this. You need Congress as a body. But at the very least, as the leader of the United States of America, you would want him to address a situation.
One of the biggest issues is communication between Republican-led states and the White House, as well as communication between Republican-led states and Democratic-led states. And that has been the complaint, especially with Governor Abbott's busing program. He will bus migrants out, issue a press release literally a couple of hours before they're due to arrive in the city. And when I speak to officials on the other end in a city like Los Angeles or New York or Chicago or Denver, that is often the only heads up they get to accommodate the inflow of people coming in and seeking asylum and seeking shelter. Christian.
John Moan reporting on the ground in Eagle Pass, Texas. Many thanks for your reporting, my man.